If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Boise State's offense comes onto the field first today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but, David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here, and you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Got a man, it's Fields. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
From the gun, the ground game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice move there. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I don't mind the aggressive nature by the offense there. It's third and short, everyone expecting runs, so you're going to go pass and try to take a shot, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
The Broncos send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Back to throw, it's Carr. Got his man downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Gonna sling it on second down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I'll tell you, QB.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. On the move, it's Love. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it on the move. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. Looking to throw, it's Carr. There's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. The Broncos are learning about life after Ashton Genty last year with the sensational season, got close to Barry Sanders' single-season rushing yards record. When you change things, how much of an impact could that have on the way they distribute the ball, David?
I mean, they're going to have to find their go-to guys, but here's the thing. You know it's going to be a really good system. And having Mad Dog back at quarterback, a guy that you know you can trust how to distribute the football, knows the plays, a lot of experience back on the offensive line. There's a lot of others that were still here for that playoff run.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll ride the hot hand. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Goes to the option. Now the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
A nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge gain.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out, continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. The snap sets up to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes! That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He'll pull it on the read. Short gain on the play before he slides.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Madsen. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a little space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. Oh, a lot of space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Second down coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Love. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rush is on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
And the Broncos will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Carr. Grab near the marker, it's Pauling. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
To running room. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
On the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that 1st half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll run it from the gun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Sherrod. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. And the returner is stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll keep it himself. Wide open spaces. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Grabbed behind the line, it's Pauly. And he'll be brought down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Love. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning on the Jets.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Flips it out in the flat. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Throwing right. It's complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Handoff from the gun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a crease, it's Sharon. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And the Broncos need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Hauls it in. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Quarterback on the keeper. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Red pass, it's complete. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He'll toss it. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy.
There he goes. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Finds his man. It's Love. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Caught near the sticks. It's Fields. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
He'll do it himself. Creates a little space, and that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Madsen. Fires downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes a connection. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And remember, we saw this receiver in the first half have a number of inward-breaking routes, and now in the second half, we're seeing more stuff to the outside. That's a really good adjustment by this offensive coordinator.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback, dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Plucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or a tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.